Welcome back. There is a special tradition in town that dates back more than 30 years. The Adopt a Family Christmas program helps hundreds of families celebrate in our area over Christmas. One of this year's adopters is Anderson Auto Group. I had a chance to bring you this report from their car lot. The dealership has been an adopter for the past decade, and this year they have outdone themselves by adopting 26 families.
We try to focus on adults with disabilities or seniors. They're usually the ones that don't get adopted as often. This year, one that really stuck out to me is a gentleman that's hoping to have a kidney transplant. He does have a donor, but he wants to prepare his body. So he actually asked for vitamins, protein supplements.
And this time of year in December, the dealership's not just selling cars, they're also selling folks on the AFL-CIO Adopt a Family Christmas program.
How can I help you adopt a family? And by the way, we also have beautiful Mustangs like this. If you can't participate in Adopt a Family, help us fill the Bronco with toys. We will be accepting donations until December 17th.
Palmer said they've bought countless toys, even some beds, and they love to do the shopping and even hand deliver the gifts.
A lot of them will invite us in to visit, and really it's just showing, that they're acknowledged and they're cared for and that they're not forgotten. So that's really the best part. Last year I had a lady who asked for a sweater for her dogs, and I dress all of my animals, so that really made me happy to get to do something little and extra for her.
Reporting for News Press Now, I'm Ryan Hennessy. And pretty fun deal. We're joined here at the desk here. This is Nikki's signature. Used to be a excuse me, my mic was a little bit off. So you used to be here actually working at the News Press, so welcome back to your old stomping grounds. What do you think about the report you just saw? Anderson Auto Group, great van.
They are great. Yeah. They are fantastic. They came into our program last year. They actually had to cancel their Christmas party because of COVID, and they really went crazy adopting families for us, and we got feedback from the families. They were thrilled. Some of them said they had the best Christmas they've ever had. So they did amazing work.
One of the people that you talked about, that Brooke was talking about there at the very beginning of that story, was a guy that's he's having some work on his kidney. They're providing nutritional stuff for him to prepare for that. I mean, it's just, and that was getting to her. She was like, this is real when people are worrying about their health and whatnot, but if Adopt Family wasn't there, you might not get this help for that time.
And it's, it's funny because we will vary from, and she also talked about the woman asking for the sweater for her dog. So you don't ever know for sure what it's going to be. Yeah. But, for him, it is life-saving. And, for her, those animals are maybe her only companions. So they're like her kids. You don't ever know what they're going to ask for. But, it's what they feel they need to be able to celebrate and to feel cared about and to feel, as like she said, recognized and noticed.
Yeah, and every year Adopt a Family is doing, it's well over 700 families, it seems like every year. Sometimes, I remember there's big years where it's like, 800 something, 900. Right now, you told me 717 families are pending, but of those, so you might not think, okay, 717, it's not just one person that needs those. Right now, guaranteed 880 people are asking for help this time of year.
Actually, it's 1,880 people we have in the books right now. Yes, goodness, 1,880 people. Wow. We have 621 of the families entered into the computer, so we know that we have 1,880 folks.
And this is this is normal numbers you're seeing. It's kind of average is what they're saying, but this is kind of like the part 2 section, like finding the adopters.
Yes, that's the hard part. And it's funny because we have kind of two sides of the adopters. Adopters come in before Black Friday and get their families early because they're proactive and want to get good deals and be able to do things like that. And then we have the adopters who, when they get their stuff done and kind of can evaluate their situation and say, hey, I have some extra and I want to do something good with it and can feel like they can be generous, then they get a hold of us and then they'll go adopt. Yeah. So there's the two, and we need all of them. So we'll take them however we get them. Yeah. And these are the ones we're waiting to hear from.
And if you didn't check out, we had a special report on that last week. Nikki let me interview her and talk about kind of that process, which includes, you can contact AFL-CIO at 816-364-1131 and actually talk to people and say, hey, I'm looking for a family of this size, or I'm looking for a senior, but you do have some recommendations. So if people were to adopt, let's say, a family that has one child, how much money are they looking to spend, for Christmas?
It's based on age. If the child's under the age of 8, we say that you can probably give them a pretty good Christmas for about $50. Between 8 and 14, I'd say about $75. If you're getting into teens, it's probably about $100 because as you get older, things get more expensive.
Yeah, heads up to you, Hannah, on that. Hannah's newish type of mom, 2 and a newborn, and so it's probably going to be cheaper for you, I guess, to provide Christmas this year.
They won't even remember it.
Yeah, those first 5 years will be good ones for you. It's a lot easier then.
Yeah, sure. So, and it's people also, the nice thing about adoptive family, I love it. I was just talking to your mom last year about this, was if you maybe lost somebody in the last year, it's always great to
We get
adopt
a
somebody.
lot of memorial ones.
Yeah, to remind you of the person that you lost. And
Yep.
it's a great way to cope during this time of year.
We had a group several years ago. See, now you're going to make me cry too. We had a group several years ago that lost a young man in their household, and the whole family decided that they couldn't do Christmas, and instead of doing Christmas, they were going to do Christmas for other people. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
To see what they had to do, but I think they adopted 8 families between all of them, and it was just incredible. And to think of other people in such a terrible situation in your own life, it's amazing what people can do for one another.
Yeah. Nikki, thanks for coming on. It's the stories that mean so much.
Yep.
You can tell just on the look in our face. It is a special time of year. Thank you for always doing this and coming on and telling us a little bit more about it.
Always happy to talk to you, Ryan.
Yeah. Coming up, we're going to take one last look at your forecast with that mom over there, Hannah Page. We'll be right back.